everyone, this is Gail from Rainbow Food Rocks and Rainbow Healing and Wellness. Show you my book, and I'm doing this very odd angle today because dust storm. So last night there was a thunderstorm and dust storm, and again out of nowhere we have thunderstorm and dust storm. So I thought it'd be kind of cool for you to see the lightning every once in a while in the background. I'm not sure if it's going to show up, but you might see it flicker here and there. So I thought, well, this would be a cool angle to come on and show you. And I could even try to bring it over, like if we see anything, I'll bring it closer to the window so you can see. And you can probably hear, I mean, my poor garden, I hope things don't all fall apart. When I was going around today, there were trees that had fallen over from last night all over the place, cracked in half, uprooted. I saw sheet metal that had flown across a road. I saw all kinds of things. And so I'm curious, what's the weather like for you? What's going on for you all? Let me know in the comments below. I'm actually coming on to tell you some exciting news. If you haven't heard already from Dr. Paul Petrell's channel, there's a video from yesterday I posted. I do have my website up for Rainbow Herbals. It's www.rainbowherbals.com. And on that website, you can now purchase my essential oils and my hydrosols. And I'm doing a coupon special, so it's $5 off any essential oil or hydrosol. And you need to use the code GRAND OPENING, all capitals with no spaces. I'll put that in the description box below. So I'm excited about that. I worked so hard this past week to get that to happen, and there were some technical issues along the way, so I've been saying for weeks, I'm working on it, and finally there was that push. And along with that, some other exciting news is that I am going for Kriya 2 with Ananda. So anyone that has been following me for a while knows that I have been doing, practicing Kriya as a Kriyaban for about, I'd say almost 3 years, ever since I moved here to Arizona almost. And there was an opportunity to go to the next level, and so I applied, and I was just approved, so I'm super excited about that. Did you see the lightning? And so I thought, well, let me show you. Most of you have seen the book, so the book is also on that store at rainbowherbals.com for the digital copy. If you want the physical copy, please still go to Amazon or Blurb. But the digital copy is cheaper, and then you have it there on your phone, so you can scroll through, you can print pages, you can mark it up however you want to. Here are some examples. When I say hydrosol, it comes in a 100 milliliter bottle. So this one is an example of rose hydrosol. And if you've watched previous videos, I've talked about how I use rose to make my own facial toner. When it's hot like this, it's been 115 degrees with humidity. Do you see that lightning? So I like to just spritz it on my face. If you get sunburn, you can spritz it. I have really bad sunburn right here. You can spritz it on your sunburn, and it just feels so nice. I also like to combine this with my Sandalwood Hydrosol. Again, great for the face, great for the skin, great on sunburn. And I also like to put these in my bath. So say I'm taking a bath and I put some salts in, I'll put some of this in. Again, it's a 100 milliliter bottle. You can find these at rainbowherbals.com, my new website. And here's another example. This one is a 10 milliliter bottle for Rainbow Herbals. This one happens to be ginger, and I was just telling someone that visited how you can use the ginger almost like a ginger ale, because my oils are food grade, so it's, in my opinion, almost better than being certified organic, because this is so great that, like, I get the sheets, I think they're called MSDS sheets, correct me if I'm wrong, and I actually can see just how pure they are. So they're pure, undiluted, unadulterated oils. And so this ginger one, you could put like a drop in with your sparkling water and make a ginger ale, for instance. And you could do that with my lemon oil, you can do it with my sweet orange oil, so you can have like these Italian sodas, like really exotic. You can put these, I love mixing this like one drop with some chocolates, if I melt down chocolate and put it in a mold and decorate it. So you can do ginger, you could do lemon, you could do sweet orange. I like to put my rose hydrosol in, and that tastes great in chocolate. Sandalwood mixed with rose in chocolate actually tastes really good, and I would have never figured, but my friend over in India, his name is Krishna, he's the one that's actually packaging these up and shipping them from Nisarga Organic Farms to me in bulk. He gave me the idea, and I tried it, and it was magnificent. So again, my oils are a 10 milliliter bottle. I have so many on the store. Please go check them out. These, I mean, most of the people that have given me feedback have been like, wow, they've noticed how high vibrational they are. And if you are into this information, I'll just also let you know that as I'm actually packaging them up, I can see the aura expand and change slightly in color as I'm putting them in the empty bottles. So if you're of that mindset and you don't think that's woo-woo, I just thought I'd give you that extra information. So again, rainbowherbals.com, and see if there are any other updates. So I told you about the Kriya, I told you about the oils, the hydrosols. Oh, on my website also you'll find my services. So did you see the lightning again? So I'm offering the remote Reiki sessions, and a lot of people don't understand that. So I'm just gonna quickly go over that if you are not familiar with Reiki. Reiki is where I do energy healing. I am the vessel, just imagine like a tube that's transmitting the energy. I am not the one creating it, I am just the funnel and transmitting it. So usually I can feel that energy coming out of my palms. There's some energy, right? And so I will work with a person. Usually I do it over the phone. I can also do it on Zoom or WhatsApp. And I take the person into a meditation, just a really short one, and then we go into having me direct the energy. The person tells me his or her intention before we begin. And if I don't have knowing of this person, I usually ask for a picture just so I can kind of visualize what this person looks like as I'm going over and directing the energy. And I'll usually start with the head and then go around. And what I most of the time hear is that people really do feel the different areas I'm working on, and where I feel it the most in my palms as it's transmitting, those people usually report that they felt something in those areas. So say for instance, like I was working over the heart, even though it's remote, you know, I can still do that, especially if I have a picture or some kind of object to use in lieu of that person, which I know sounds woo-woo, but this is all really, really magical. So then they can report, like, not they can, they often do report like, oh my gosh, I really felt something in my heart, or, you know, maybe it's their knee and I sense something in the knee, and then at the end we talk a little bit, if the person wants to, they don't have to. If he or she wants to is the correct way of saying that. Anyhow, so what I'm getting at is that it's pretty magical, and the effects usually show up within like 1 to 3 days after the session, and it can take a little bit of time for it to manifest, but there are usually things that start happening in the person's life based on that person's intention. So energy is all around us. We can see the lightning and all that energy out there, and I'm just the vessel, and I'm bringing that energy where it needs to go to help someone, whether it's healing or making some kind of change or advancement, whichever. So that's the energetic aspect of something I do. Then there's also, I do coaching. So this is life coaching. Let's say you have a goal in mind and you really want to achieve that goal, you have something you're trying to work on. Then what I do is I dive in deep with the person, and we work on whatever it is that that person is trying to work on. And sometimes what we find out is things aren't exactly what the person thought, and there might be something else that the person discovers. So that's another aspect of what I do. And then in addition to being a recipe writer, and I'll just show my book again, let me put this over here, and all of that, I do health and wellness consultations. Now consultations are different than coaching. So instead of me guiding someone through questions for the person to realize something and to achieve a goal, I'm specifically giving details like, okay, someone calls me up, Gail, I want to get spirulina, which one should I use? Oh, okay, well this is the spirulina that I've been using, I recommend, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Gail, I want to try to detox. And I usually do incorporate a lot from my book. I really live out of this book. It has breakfast, lunches, dinners, desserts, smoothies, you name it, chocolates, date balls, all kinds of things, milks, and everything is easy peasy, quick. I mean, there's like maybe 3 or 4 complicated recipes. That's about it. So anyhow, so going back to the consulting, that's where we get into the nitty-gritty details. And I'll often refer people to go look at the sample menu I've created and shopping lists, and we get into all those details if they're really focusing on food. Now it doesn't have to be food, it could be something else, and they're consulting me. It could be someone has a child with autism, and I had a child with autism. I say had because I have gotten rid of the symptoms that get the diagnosis for one of my kids, and thus we believe that the child does not have autism anymore. And if you met my oldest daughter, you would think that too. So I write about that in the book. It's also on my website, rainbowfoodrocks.com, where I have just the same story that is written in the first 3 pages of this book. Anyhow, let's say you have a child with autism, then you can contact me and we can set up a health and wellness consultation. So I'm not coaching, I'm doing a consultation where I'm telling you all the ins and outs of here's how I did it and here's what I would recommend, and the person can choose to do it or not, but I give all that information. Now I do charge for these 3 services that I mentioned because Reiki, you know, I'm taking the time and I'm transmitting energy, and the people I work with have all had amazing results. I've had someone that suddenly the aneurysm was gone. I've had someone else, a loved one was about to pass away and got better. I have someone else who was sick and then got better, and sick in a way that it was something that maybe that wouldn't ever go away. I don't want to give too many details. So there are a lot of times where someone contacts me and I do something and it's really awesome, and so yeah, so these things take time and energy, and then also with the coaching and the consulting, I really put my heart into everything I'm doing. So I am asking for a monetary return. I've done a lot of volunteer for the last few years and I haven't charged people, and I've given out services for free. And so after doing this for a while now, I do need to start charging, which is going to be hard for some people, I'm sure. But at the same token, I do also need to work on paying back some of the things I put money into, and also I want to take more classes to keep enriching myself, to offering more services. And I do have some additional goals I'm not going to say now that will cost some money so that I can do that for everyone. And ultimately, if anyone is new to this channel, I am trying to create a community of like-minded people with a bunch of health, wellness, and healing kind of services. And I want overall to be the change that I want to see in the world, which is my friend Rex Bear's comment and slogan from Leap Project. He does a channel called Leap Project, and really I try to be that example, and anyone that has come to visit my house has noticed that I really am doing everything I'm saying that I'm doing, and I am trying to offer it to anyone that wants some help in the process of going on his or her journey. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't covered on my website. Let me talk about services. Oh, one last thing, the yoga. So I will start in September. It's going to be another technical issue for me, as always. You know, these technical hurdles, if you've been following me, you know what I mean. I do everything, but when it comes to the technical, I can totally do it, but there's like, it's always like a struggle, and then I push through. So I need to figure out a few things on my website on how to make it so that it's members, or how to make it so that people can pay for the session, and then I send a Zoom link, something like that, where they can pay through the website and they have their own little portal area of some sort. Or maybe we'll separate it for like members only, and then they can join. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm new to this whole website thing. My other website, Rainbow Food Rocks, I did on my own, and it was just like really, really standard, basic. So we're getting into a more complicated realm here, and I do everything on my own for the most part, minus a few details where I consult other people to get help. But I mean, like anyone that knows me, my book, all the pictures I did myself. It's not fake food, it's real food. I created the recipes myself. I created my logo, I painted it, you know. So I'm one of those where even like on my website, everything you see, those are my paintings. I really try to put out everything that's truly from me. It's not coming from some stock photo. So unless it's a picture of me that someone else took, like this one picture here, I couldn't take of myself, but everything else I've taken all those pictures myself. Whoops, made that vibrate there. So yoga, I will be offering that. My goal is September. There is a possibility, and I'm not going to say if I'm going to do it for sure or not, that I might take a meditation teacher training course, and that's just a matter of if I can make the scheduling work. So that will also kind of play into how I organize this yoga offering. And then in between there, I'll probably do something, I haven't quite figured out what, so that people can get a feel for a yoga class, and that would all be on Zoom. And actually, when I was doing my yoga course, I had to do it on Zoom because the organization I was doing it through, called Ananda, is located in Washington, and I'm in Arizona. So I got to learn how to work with people on Zoom, which is, I think, actually a real benefit, because if for some reason things, don't stay open, I can still help people. And for me, when everyone went into shelter in place, yoga was the thing that I just gravitated to, which I had already been doing daily. Oh gosh, I hope this isn't blocking the screen. There's another warning here for the storms. Okay, I'm back. And so doing the yoga, it calmed me down. It's almost like a meditation. Oh, I know what I need to tell all of you also. Really important. I had someone write in a comment section a really good question, and I wanted to make sure that, even though I've already written the answer in the comment section, that I got back to the audience just to let you know. So the question was, does practicing yoga conflict with Christianity? And so I wrote it up in a very yes and no kind of way. So does it? Well, if you're practicing yoga as a form of exercise or as a form of meditation, then no, it doesn't conflict with Christianity. However, if you are, of a certain religion, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be Christianity, but it's something else, and you are practicing yoga as a set religion, or maybe tying it in with something specific like Hinduism, then yes, there could be a conflict. Now, I happen to be part of an organization called Ananda, and I mentioned that in my example. And Ananda is a place where it accepts all different religions, but still teaches everyone yoga and meditation. So there are people there that are Hindus, that are Muslims, that are Buddhists, that are Parsi, that are, Jain, that are, what else? I'm trying to think. Hopefully I said Christian. If I didn't, Christian, Jewish, all these different things. So you can still practice yoga and do meditation and have your own religious practice from whatever religion you're from. And I hope that helps people with that aspect. So it's a yes and a no, meaning it just depends on how you're using it, and whatever your religion says. If your religion says no, you can't practice yoga as a form of exercise, well, I don't know what religion says that, but I studied the philosophy of many different religions. I don't recall ever coming across a religion saying you cannot practice yoga as an exercise and you cannot meditate. In fact, my understanding is that meditation is encouraged even in the Bible, and I could be mistaken. Maybe it's a different version than most people. It's been a long time since I studied the philosophy of different religions. One other thing to mention is, say, for example, someone wants to go to Ananda and learn how to do yoga or meditation. My mind just totally lost it. Do you hear the thunder? I was thinking of Jurassic Park. Oh no. Remember the thunder? And it goes, and then the water drip goes boom, 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 boom. And the girl's like, ah! Oh no, I feel like a dinosaur is going to come through the window. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, hopefully I crack you guys up. All right. I lost my train of thought. I got 5G. No, I'm joking. It's a Rex comment. Actually, I have a really cool hat from Rex Bear from the Project, and it's like this 5G cap that you can get on his store. And I'm not being sponsored by him or anything. I'm just telling you that you can put on your head and wear. And I think it's a video where I wore it. But yeah, we had quite the storm out there in my poor garden. Oh my gosh. I tried. I don't know if you heard on Dr. Paul Cottrell's channel last night, but I tried working in my garden a week ago, and I made sure to cover up most of anything that could get sunburned. And I forgot one little section of my back right here, and it still beat red as if I had just gotten burned, and it was bubbling a few days ago. It was so bad, and it hurts. So I'm a little discouraged from going out in 115 degrees and trying to work in the garden. Yes, I could probably try early in the morning, but I have a practice that I do in the morning, so by the time I get out there, it's already 90 to 100 degrees at 7 or 9 in the morning. Whoa, can you guys hear that? That's so cool. It's a real treat in Arizona to hear thunder and see lightning, although the storms are kind of funky, and that does bring along bark scorpions to enter, which I haven't put it on the store. Write in the comments below if you're interested in a scorpion repellent, especially if you live in Texas or Arizona or something like that. because I created a scorpion repellent. I don't know if anyone's coined the term scorpion be gone, so I didn't call it that. I have to do some research. So I just call it scorpion repellent, and it's essential oils that I use, and I use them every week, and I spray them around my house, and I don't have a scorpion problem. I don't spray chemicals, so this is working for me. And when I first moved here, I didn't know about it, and it wasn't until I started doing this, and scorpions, you know, they don't come by. They don't like these key essential oils in this hydrosol. So let's see here, this is about to go funny. All right, I don't know what's going on my camera. It just turned bright. Whoa. If I had known, I could have made it brighter earlier, huh? And now it got dark. All right, let's get going, everyone. So just a quick reminder, rainbowherbals.com, books on there, oils are on there. Discount code is grand opening, capital letters, no spaces in between. I'm shipping everywhere in the US. If you're outside the US, just contact me and I can change some of the parameters, and we can work on what that shipping price would look like. Can't speak anymore. I think I need some water. All right, thank you. Please like, subscribe, share with like-minded people, and I will see you on the next episode. Oh, and one more thing. I am scheduled to do a show with Green Greg's from his channel. So that's Greg Allison, and that should be next week, probably, I don't know, I'm gonna guess like Tuesday or Wednesday it will come out. I'm not sure. So stay tuned for that, and I'll let you know if I'm going on any other shows. Until then, ciao.